When I was 16, I was invited to share my story at a week-long national convention for homeschooled students. And I was a little nervous because part of my story included experimenting with drugs and alcohol abuse and just some messy and dirty things. But later that evening, a young teen came up to me and said, "I really identified with your story, and I'm struggling with some of the same things that you struggled with." And as a result, I had the opportunity to speak with him for a couple hours that night and really speak life into the situation. And at the end of the conversation, I gave him my purity ring, which was a white gold band given to me by my family and closest friends. And the ring represented my commitment to live my life with intentionality and integrity. And I gave it to this young man because I wanted him to know that I believed in him, and also I wanted him to be reminded that life doesn't have to be lived this way. There's an alternative. Now, I'm not going to say that at that moment I realized I wanted to start a nonprofit and really serve people as a career, but I can say years later that that was probably my proudest moment. And my goal at this point is to utilize my strengths of strategic development and marketing and organizational leadership within the context of a nonprofit to add value to other people. When I was 17, my mom bought a suffering driving school. And for a variety of reasons, she wasn't able to run it. And I was kind of the bottom of the barrel, but I tentatively suggested that I could run it. And reluctantly, my mom agreed to give me a shot. And over the past 3 years, these gifts of leadership and strategic development and marketing have really come to fruition. I added products and services, I expanded to different geographical locations, I rebranded the entire business, hired instructors and sales associates, and the business has grown by 650% in 3 short years. Now, during this process, I learned a lot about management and leadership and marketing, web development, but I also realized that I don't want to work for a business for the rest of my life. Rather, I want to use my skills to help and add value to other people. Just this past week, I was meeting with a friend of mine who's starting a nonprofit in Ethiopia, and I'm going to be working with him to develop a website and a logo and the marketing of the organization. He also invited me to go to Ethiopia with him this Christmas to do some footage and help with the awareness campaign. In a similar vein, I started a group at my community college where students could come together and connect and build relationships. Because ironically, at a community college, there's a dearth of community. Just this past Monday, we have a weekly event. We had 50 young adults show up, so they could build community and build relationships. Now, one of the reasons why I went to a community college in the first place was because I really want to graduate college debt-free. And I'm going to be going to UVA in the fall to study business, and I'm confident that I could get a high-paying corporate job and rise within a company. But at the end of the day, I don't want to market soap or toothpaste, but I want to actually do something that I believe in. But if I graduate with $50,000 worth of debt, I feel as if I might feel inclined to take the higher paying job rather than get plugged into a cause I believe in. So my encouragement to anyone watching this video is to really take initiative and seek out opportunities to make a difference. It doesn't necessarily have to be starting a nonprofit or a community group at your college. It could be simply being a good friend, or encouraging your sibling, or volunteering at a local organization or ministry. Because emptying yourself out in order to add value to other people is the way in which we live a life of significance and make a positive difference. It's the way in which we leave a legacy. Thank you.